go ahead and we gained 1 life because we had Authority of the Consuls with Arden, but here is where the true combo happens. I don't think the opponent's too happy, so we might be getting the Salty Rope. And if we do, we'll hit him with the... Nope. Opponent does take that damage, and yeah, he just cracks it to draw and discard, and maybe he doesn't expect what's going to happen to him. He has 1 mana to work with. I kind of hope we draw a land, because then we can keep up Restoration Magic. 1 mana to work with from the opponent. Stab gets rid of our creature. What else for 1 mana? I'm blanking right now. But yeah, I kind of hope we draw a land that comes in untapped. Game, please. No? Okay. We're still going to try it. Didn't seem like there was a stick for the opponent, so if we smack in... Yes, here it comes. Look, he's going to lose 2 life. And actually, the 1 life trigger goes first. He lost 1 life, so we gained 1 life. When we gain 1 life, he loses 1 life. When they lose 1 life, we gain 1 life. And the combo goes off right there, like a vampire, just draining them, just sucking them dry. Pause. Or you don't. He is hovering over our creature. Maybe just reading him. Maybe he doesn't know this combo. It is a really popular combo. And if he does remove our creature, then hopefully we draw a white source so we can wipe the board. Another Overlord. I think we got him. Ladies and gentlemen, I think we got him. Yeah, because we missed the land drop, but we got the combo, dealing 5 damage to the opponent. So we're going to gain 5 life. Whenever we gain life, the opponent loses that much life. And then whenever the opponent loses life, we gain that much life. So there's the combo. Drain them out. And that one went pretty quickly because 5 life and 5 drain is quite a bit. So GG. We're back up to 20. Hey there, neighbor. Welcome to another MTG Arena standard video. Today we are looking at a deck that is titled Life Gain Drain, because we can pull off an infinite combo, and the cards that we need in order to do that is the Bloodthirsty Conqueror for 5 mana. We get a Vampire Knight with Flying and Death Touch. It's a 5/5, but it's really the text on the card that makes it so good. Whenever an opponent loses life, we gain that much life, and the combo comes into play with the Enduring Tenacity for 4 mana. This creature enters, and it's one of those enchantment creatures from the Duskborn set. So if the opponent removes this creature, it actually comes back as an enchantment, which is really nice. And we can see the text on this side says, whenever we gain life, each opponent loses that much life. So with these 2 cards on the battlefield, and you do a little bit of damage to the opponent, or if you have a way of gaining life, then you can start this infinite loop where you gain some life. Whenever you gain life, they lose life. Whenever an opponent loses life, you gain that much life. Whenever you gain life, the opponent loses that much life. And so it's an infinite loop that way until they hit 0 life, which is really, really nice. We have another way of pulling that combo off as well with the Bloodthirsty Conqueror. Whenever an opponent loses life, you gain life. With the Starscape Cleric, whenever you gain life, each opponent loses 1 life. So with this card as well, you can get the infinite loop going as well. So that's kind of the point of the deck. And I mean, since we're playing with the Bloodthirsty Conqueror, it is a Vampire Knight, and we are kind of just infinitely draining the opponent, kind of like a vampire would do, suck their blood, suck them dry. We're playing with a few other vampires as well, so we're trying out Elenda, Saint of Dusk for 4 mana. This legendary creature is also a Vampire Knight. We get a 4/4 with lifelink, and she has hexproof from instants, which are quite nice as well, because if there's any instant speed removal, like Shoot the Sheriff, for instance, which is one of the most popular removal cards right now, we have hexproof from that, which is nice. And then her text doesn't really matter. As long as your life total is greater than your starting life total, we get +1, and she has Menace, and she gets +5/+5 as long as our life total is at least 10 greater than our starting life total. Again, I don't know how much we're going to be able to pull that off. Really, I'm just going with the vampire package, so Elenda I think fits in really nicely. And then of course the Qarsi Revenant for 3 mana. We get another vampire, flying, death touch, and lifelink as well. So the lifelink is really nice with the Bloodthirsty Conqueror, even though we don't really need that. because if we just deal any damage with the Bloodthirsty Conqueror and one of our combo pieces on the board, that will just infinitely drain the opponent out. But yeah, Qarsi Revenant, another really nice vampire creature as well. So yeah, those are all the creatures we're going with. The rest of the deck is to kind of just stay alive, help us gain a little bit of life. So we have Authority of the Consuls for 1 mana. This enchantment enters and the opponent's creatures come in tapped and we gain 1 life. We have Restoration Magic for 1 mana, and then there's 3 different modes. I think most of the time we're just keeping 1 mana available, so we're going with mode 1 where we pay an additional 0 mana, and then a target permanent of ours gains hexproof and indestructible until the end of the turn. If we do have 2 mana available, then we can cast Restoration Magic and we can go for the second mode where we would then gain 3 life. So again, that can be a way to pull off the combo with Bloodthirsty Conqueror and Enduring Tenacity, because when we gain life, the opponent loses life, and then that whole cycle goes until they are drained out. So that can be a way to get the combo off without actually having to deal any direct damage to the opponent. But again, that's not true. Not all of our vampires have flying, but most of our creatures do have flying, so we're able to get a little bit of damage in. So yeah, those are our 1 mana spells, and then we have quite a bit of removal because we need to stay alive, of course, so we're running a few copies of Get Lost, probably the best white removal card, targeted removal that is. I'm trying Depressurize from the new Edge of Eternity set. I have liked this card a lot because target creature at instant speed gets -3 to their power, and if their power hits 0 or less, then you get to destroy it. So Depressurize, pretty nice. And then, like I was saying earlier, Shoot the Sheriff, one of the better removal cards in Standard right now, playing with 2 copies of that one as well. And then finally, 4 copies of Day of Judgment, just to wipe the board if the opponent's going really wide. They're maybe playing the Chocobo Landfall deck, which is really popular. We can just wipe the board, which is really nice. And then for a little bit of card draw, we're going with Phyrexian Arena. I'm so happy that this card is in the Foundation set, so it will be here until 2029. This is honestly a really, really good card. I think it's slept on a little bit right now. Phyrexian Arena for 3 mana. We get this enchantment that enters, and we can see from the text at the beginning of our upkeep, we get to draw an extra card, and we lose 1 life. So a little bit of card draw right there, which can really, really help out as well. And then finally, on the top end, we have Virtue of Persistence, 7 mana enchantment. At the beginning of our upkeep, we return a creature from the battlefield to the graveyard. We return a creature from any graveyard to the battlefield under our control, which is nice. But then it also has a 2 mana sorcery side where a target creature gets -3/-3 until the end of the turn, and we gain 2 life. So that is the deck that we're going with today. It is the life gain drain combo, and I know it has been around for a while. Definitely not the first one to come up with this deck, but it is a pretty fun combo. I do like it a lot, and there's honestly a lot of really fun creatures as well. So let's just jump into some games, see if we can suck the opponent dry. All right, guys, we go first. We do have the combo. 2 lands is a little tiny bit risky, but we'll try it. Hopefully we can draw some lands along the way. Hopefully we find Phyrexian Arena. That would help with some card draw. For now, we will just get a Plains. So we have both of our colors, Saint Elenda. Not really what we want to be drawing right there. Voice of Victory. I think we'll look to remove that creature so we can get that one down. And we'll just remove that one right now. So it's Boros Tokens is what we're playing up against. Opponent, which creature are you looking to play? The Slick Shot Sharpshooter. We miss a land drop, which sucks for us. We can get Authority of the Consuls, so whenever a creature enters, basically nullifies this one, because whenever a creature enters, it deals 1 damage to us, and whenever a creature enters, we gain 1 life. So, oh my gosh, game, we really need a land drop, please. 45% chance to draw a land. I think we play 25 in this deck, so missing land drops is not what you want to see. He plays with Arabella, really, really good creature card. So might have to blow up the board pretty soon. Do hit a land drop, which is nice. Unfortunately, it comes in tapped. Honestly, I want to look for land drops. I mean, I think turn 4, we're going Enduring Tenacity. And then the turn after that, we're going to look to blow up the board. Delny is really good because he gets double activation trigger. I played basically this exact same Boros deck myself as well. So I think we actually have to blow up the board right now. As unfortunate as that is, I can play a land, and then next turn we can get Bloodthirsty Conqueror and then the Enduring Tenacity, and we will hopefully have the opponent. They could, of course, be playing Sheltered by Ghosts, so if they play a creature right now, that is something we have to look out for. If that one comes in tapped, we gain a life. We will play the Bloodthirsty Conqueror, and like I said, if he does not have Sheltered by Ghosts or a kill spell, then we would have had him, guys. We were so close. Why do I speak these things into existence? Alright, well, at least he's not going to be attacking for a while, unless he literally has another Sheltered by Ghosts, which I would not be surprised, because I did draw 3 of these. Hopefully we can find a board wipe again, because then we have the combo on board. That is one thing that is a little bit too bad about Sheltered by Ghosts, is it's not hard removal, so he can't attack with this creature now, because he doesn't want to give up Sheltered by Ghosts. And, I mean, we have more than enough mana if we find one of our kill spells. Attacking with that one is absolutely wild. I'm not sure what the opponent's thinking. Not sure what the opponent's thinking. Might have a combat trick. Can you give that one +10, +10? Has an additional sacrifice a creature. Creatures you control. Okay, so this guy just totally bungled that. He totally messed that up. I think he should just sacrifice one of these to give his Sanctifier indestructible. So, really not sure what the opponent's doing, but we will get down Elenda, and then we can just attack. And here is where the combo starts. Drain them for 9, and here, this will go pretty quickly now. Most of the time you drain them for 1, and then you gain 1 life, they lose 1 life, you gain 1 life, they lose 1 life. We punched in for 9, so they're losing 9 life. Whenever they lose life, we gain that much life, and whenever we gain life, they lose that much life. So, yeah, that's the combo right there, and it was these vampires and the Enduring Tenacity that got it done for us. Could have gotten it done a turn earlier if he did not have Sheltered by Ghosts, but again, kind of interesting that he is playing this Duty Beyond Death to give your creatures indestructible. I think he maybe chose the wrong creature, because he definitely did not want to sacrifice this creature, but yeah, GG, we got him in the end. All right, guys, opponent goes first, but I will keep this hand. Got the Phyrexian Arena that can help us draw some cards. Seeing a Hidden Grotto is a little bit scary, though, because that tells me that they might be playing Ugin. Now we see red there, so I think we'll be okay. And then we did hit a land drop, which is really nice, so we can actually save the Fabled Passage for turn 4. And then next turn we can get down the Phyrexian Arena. Opponent goes with the Collector's Vault, so they might be looking to do some graveyard stuff. That does make me a little bit sad. If they get a turn 4 Valgavoth or Galta the Stampede Tyrant, something along those lines. It's the Cactar, so he's looking to just one-shot us. So we need some removal, which we draw, thankfully. Draw another bit of removal, so this is actually really, really nice. We can go ahead and end the turn. And I kind of hope they spend their mana with the Zombify. They don't. They go to draw and discard again. And yeah, they're going to do the combo with Arden. Yay. Valgavoth's Faithful. Do we remove that one right away? Do we remove that one right away? I don't think so. I don't think so. We get a Fabled Passage. We'll look for a Plains, so we have double white. And then we'll pass the turn. At the beginning of combat. Alright, so before combat happens... Oh, it's our turn. Okay, that's nice. Another Qarsi Revenant and another land, which is really good. So I think we will get this guy down. He has 4 mana. I think we will risk it. We're going to risk it. We'll get the Qarsi Revenant down. And then we will pass the turn. And then hopefully he sacrifices Valgavoth's Faithful before they go into their attack step. There is a stick from the opponent right now. Not 100% sure what it is. Probably a removal spell. But we could just end the turn. And yeah, do we have a stop? We do. So opponent probably going to sacrifice Valgavoth's Faithful. I mean, he's drawing and discarding. That is a little bit strange because he will have to crack both of these treasure tokens right now, which I'm not complaining about. If you want to use your treasure tokens to do that, go for it. And yeah, he brings back Arden. And he hits the battlefield. And before he can do anything else, we're just going to pop, shoot the Sheriff. Shoot the Sheriff. We'll go ahead and pass. Draw and then discard. Depressurize. I don't think is enough to save us, actually. Ooh, yikes, yikes, yikes. What do we go with? I guess for right now, another Qarsi Revenant. And then we smack the opponent for 3. We gain 3 life ourselves. Not that it matters, because he's looking to get the Cactar back, which will get plus 9,999. So he's looking to do 10,000 damage to us. Does it have trample, though? Oh, but this gives it trample, right? No, just menace, lifelink, and haste, and this guy... Okay, so we do have 2 blockers, which is really nice. Might have to go with another Phyrexian Arena. He looks to remove our Qarsi Revenant. And does he activate the Collector's Vault? If we could find our Virtue of Persistence, or Virtue of Loyalty, what is it called? I forgot which one it's called. But then we could start taking his creatures, which would be really nice. I'm not 100% sure what the red is for. That is a little bit interesting. I mean, so far, mono black could get it done for him. 2 pieces of removal. That's fine. We'll go ahead and pass. End the turn. A little bat. Ooh, and the Bloodthirsty Conqueror. But if he can just remove him next turn, then we do lose. So I think for right now, we get the Bat Cleric down. And we'll keep up our removal spell. Can also keep up Restoration Magic. So opponent 5 mana to work with, 6 mana to work with. Is he looking at the graveyard? Yes, he is. So again, we're going to put a stop right there. And then we will hit you with the Get Lost. Get that creature out of here. You don't need him, trust me. I think he really needs that creature, though. So 2 cards in hand. 2 cards in hand. Get that creature out of here. Go ahead and... we gained 1 life because we had Authority of the Consuls with Arden. But here is where the true combo happens. I don't think the opponent's too happy, so we might be getting the Salty Rope. And if we do, we'll hit him with the... Nope. Opponent does take that damage, and yeah, he just cracks it to draw and discard. And maybe he doesn't expect what's going to happen to him. He has 1 mana to work with. I kind of hope we draw a land, because then we can keep up Restoration Magic. 1 mana to work with from the opponent. Stab gets rid of our creature. What else for 1 mana? I'm blanking right now. But yeah, I kind of hope we draw a land that comes in untapped game, please. No? Okay. We're still going to try it. Didn't seem like there was a stick for the opponent, so if we smack in... Yes, here it comes. Look, he's going to lose 2 life. And actually, the 1 life trigger goes first. He lost 1 life, so we gained 1 life. When we gain 1 life, he loses 1 life. When they lose 1 life, we gain 1 life. And the combo goes off right there like a vampire, just draining them, just sucking them dry. Pause. All right, guys, we go first. A bunch of removal and 1 of our combo pieces, so we'll keep it. I will take another land. That is land number 4 then, which we need for Day of Judgment. Mono red aggro. Well, we don't see a creature hit the board, so we can get down a swamp. So then we have Depressurize available. opponent with another mountain. They go with a Sarkhan. Behold the dragon. If you do, create a treasure token. Which dragon are you going to show me? The Twin Maw Storm Brood. That's fine. So a dragon deck from the opponent. That is pretty cool. Pretty cool. But yeah, we'll just get rid of Sarkhan. You don't need him. Oh, and that's my bad. I should have totally played Godless Shrine. Could have it come in tapped because we don't need this 1 mana right here. So that's a little bit my bad, but it's all good. This is only sorcery speed. He has Screaming Nemesis. Punch in for 3. That's fine. We have Shoot the Sheriff available. So I guess we will get down our Starscape Cleric. And I mean, if we have a land next turn, guys, we have the combo. So that is pretty nice. Could get rid of Screaming Nemesis at instant speed by giving it -3. Then his then he will die, and I don't think we're dealing direct damage to him because I think that has to be done to their toughness. So Nova Hellkite deals 1 damage to a target creature. That is really unfortunate. And I mean, let's try it out. Let's see what happens. Depressurize. Yeah, take no damage from Screaming Nemesis, so that is very nice. Opponent smacks in Nova Hellkite, pretty cool card from the new set. And we have our 5th land, which is really nice. That does 5 damage to a creature without flying, though, so our Vampire Knight does have flying. I think we have all the colors we need, so we will get down the Bloodthirsty Conqueror. And do they have a removal spell? They could have a few burn spells. That would be a 2-for-1, I'm pretty sure, because I don't think they can do 5 damage with just 1 card. Another Nova Hellkite. Sure. If you think I'm going to block, you are out of your mind. You crazy boy. Got another one of these. They're not legendary, so let's get him down. That's pretty funny. Smack the opponent for 5, and I think both of these transfer then. We're going to gain that much life, so I think we just gained 15 life right there, so we're back up to 19. And yeah, opponent scoops it up. Mono red aggro can't really deal with that life gain. And yeah, they have no removal cards for our vampires. So yeah, pretty funny that we got it done with 2 Bloodthirsty Conquerors. I'm a little bit sad they removed our creature, but yeah, GG. All right, guys, we go first. Targeted kill spell into board wipe, into the Enduring Tenacity, and then the Bloodthirsty Conqueror. I can dig it. We get to go first as well. Absolutely love to see that. Mono green landfall, such a popular deck. Do we get rid of the Chocobo right now? I think we can hold off. We did get to go first. Actually, we do need double white for Day of Judgment, so we might be in a little bit of trouble. Okay, luckily they did not find the crack land. Luckily they did not find the crack land, and hopefully we can find our white source. Ooh, game, come on. You can't do me like this. I mean, we could get down the Enduring Tenacity and then block with him and then get down the Bloodthirsty Conqueror. Because we're not under too much pressure yet, but I mean, that is going to start to get out of hand, these Chocobos. They get an Overlord down. I think I will shoot the Sheriff right now. We'll get rid of one of them. And then we will get down the Enduring Tenacity. Can use him as a blocker. Before we play that land, of course, we draw another one. And it is not a white source, but I mean, that is land number 5. So, yeah, I don't think they can really exile this creature. I don't think they can exile the creature. I would not be surprised if he has a crack land. No, it's just Bart's. Gets to deal 3 damage to us, but he does come back as the enchantment. We take 3 damage there. We miss the land drop. Oh, do we risk it? I mean, if he has another one, it's a little bit of a blowout. Hexproof from instances. Could depressurize. We're just going to go for it. We're going to make the opponent have it. You either have it right now, another kill spell, or you don't. He is hovering over our creature. Maybe just reading him. Maybe he doesn't know this combo. It is a really popular combo. And if he does remove our creature, then hopefully we draw a white source so we can wipe the board. Another Overlord. I think we got him. Ladies and gentlemen, I think we got him. Yeah, because we missed the land drop, but we got the combo, dealing 5 damage to the opponent. So we're going to gain 5 life. Whenever we gain life, the opponent loses that much life. And then whenever the opponent loses life, we gain that much life. So there's the combo. Drain them out. And that one went pretty quickly because 5 life and 5 drain is quite a bit. So GG. We're back up to 20. And again, that combo goes infinite. We could literally do... What's the biggest number you guys know? Leave it down below. All right, guys, we get to go first. I do like this hand. Honestly, I think I'll shock in Fabled or Godless Shrine so we can play the Authority. Fabled Passage we can play on turn 4. So we can get this one down right now. And I guess on turn 4 we could get Saint Elenda. Or Elenda, Saint of Dusk. Saint Elenda is the vampire that's used in Timeless. They cheat her out with Sorin. On turn 1, they can do that. They get like a 4/7 with a bunch of lifelink and other stuff. Phyrexian Arena, really, really good draw for us. They crack the Fabled Passage. They could be playing a Yuna deck. I mean, their sleeves are Yuna. Avatar is Yuna. But so far, we just see mono red. So far, we just see mono red. Draw an extra card, lose 1 life. Qarsi Revenant is quite nice. Another Phyrexian Arena, but we'll just be mana efficient. Use all 4 mana to go with Saint Elenda. And I mean, we have Hexproof from instance. Mono red does play a lot of instant speed burn spells, and we're safe from that. And we have a 4/4 life linker. Very nice. I like. See what the opponent wants to do. They just scoop it up. Yeah, that's pretty nice, honestly. So, GG. All right, guys, we get to go first. 2-lander. We do have 2 removal spells, so I guess we'll keep it. We'll try it out. See what the opponent is playing with. Why do the audio levels sound very low? I think you guys can hear that. Ooh, a little elf. We're going to remove that one right away. You don't need that little elf. And then we have Depressurize next turn, and then Day of Judgment the turn after that. So we are turning into what we don't like, which is where you just do nothing but remove the opponent's creatures. They look to plot that guy. Ooh, and we can get down the Enduring Tenacity. So, guys, next turn, if, well, I guess he'll play a creature. But if he doesn't, and we draw a land, then we do have the Bloodthirsty Conqueror. Opponent probably knows what the game plan is. Again, whenever you guys see this Enduring Tenacity, you should just know that the life drain gain combo is what we're trying to do. He plots another card. We may have this creature enter as a copy. Unfortunately, we don't draw a land. So we will just smack the opponent for 4. We'll end the turn. We do have 2 removal spells that we can go with. Depressurize can get rid of this guy. The Visage Bandit. Opponent's thinking about what they want to do. They go with Roman Throne. That thing does have Ward 2, but he only has 1 mana. I guess he could play both of these, but we will just remove that one right away. So we only have 1 kill spell. I will go ahead and pay the 2. So you don't get double activation from your druid right there. You just get to add 1 mana of any color. Gonna have the bandit come down as the outcast trailblazer to add another mana. So you do have 3 mana to work with. And I mean, if you play a creature, we'll just wipe the board. We draw the 5th land, which is really nice. So we'll go ahead and attack in. Bat, big smack, and then let's just clear the board. And we do get our Enduring Tenacity. And opponent scoops it up. So GG. All right, guys, we go first. I think we need a 3-lander to start with. 2 lands is a little bit risky. This one we will keep, and we'll ship back a Fabled Passage. Get the Restless Fortress on turn 1. Lightstall Inquisitor. We'll go ahead and make Get Lost cost 1 more. Hit a land drop, which is nice. Authority. We'll keep it. Gaining 1 life each turn is pretty nice. And then the opponent is an angel deck. They're going to look for another 1 mana card. So another Lightstall Inquisitor. Ooh, they look for a plane, so they're missing some lands. And yeah, we'll take 2 damage. That is fine. And we will play Authority. And we do have Depressurize available. They could, of course, have another Lightstall Inquisitor. It is another Lightstall Inquisitor. We'll go ahead and make Depressurize cost 1 more. I don't want to show them that I have Day of Judgment, because then they might not commit any more creatures to the board. And does the opponent have another creature they want to play? It's a Rest in Peace. I had a deck. I played a deck as well. Did I play Rest in Peace in mine? Not 100% sure. I think I did. So they might be playing my version. So we'll just go ahead and end the turn. And again, I hope they commit a few more creatures to the board. If they don't, then we can at least get lost 1 of these creatures. So that is what we'll do. We'll go with the Depressurize. Well, in my Angel deck, I played the Dragon Fireblade, because then you're protected from instants and sorceries. Opponent with a discard as well, so definitely not the Angel deck. And unfortunately, we have to discard Day of Judgment. That absolutely sucks. And I mean, we'll just hold for now. Opponent could have a removal spell. It's another Bandit's Talent. That's fine. We do lose the land. Opponent with 2 mana to work with. They go with the Starfield Shepherd. Do they look for another land? They do. Have they played a land for turn? I don't think so. But again, with 1 mana, I don't know what they can do. He did just walk into our Restless Fortress, which is pretty nice. We'll go ahead and gobble up that Lightstall Inquisitor. And Saint Elenda is really nice. Protections from instants. So any instant speed removal that they might be packing doesn't hit us. And then they play that creature. It comes in tapped thanks to the authority of the Consuls. And probably gets another plains. I mean, we are empty-handed, so Lightstall Inquisitor isn't taxing us for nothing. And they do. They get a plains. I don't think they've played a land this turn, so they're going to level that one up. And, I mean, we'll just go ahead and remove that enchantment. Well, we can't, because we will get down the Qarsi Revenant. Smack in for 4. Gain 4 life, so we're back up to 19. And maybe now we'll use Get Lost on the Angel. We'll just focus on their life total, and we won't really care about their Bandit's Talent. That land comes in tapped, so they do have 6 lands to work with. They just leveled that one up as well to level 2. And will they level 1 all the way up? No, they just go with the Starfield Shepherd. So we are taking 4 damage each turn. It is another Lightstall Inquisitor. That's pretty funny. So we lose 4 life. We draw a land. You know what? I'll 2, 4. I mean, rest in peace. So if we do have our Virtue of Persistence, we can't get anything from the graveyard. And we have 5 mana, which is, I think, kind of all we'll need. So we will just punch in with all these creatures. Opponent does take the trade. They are down to 9, and we are up to 25. You know what? I will play a land. I will play a land. Oh, and we now have Menace, and we get extra +1 because our life total is 25. Of course, we're going to be losing some life right now because of these Bandits talents. It is our turn. Lose some life. Ooh, the Bloodthirsty Conqueror is a great pickup because we can play this one, and then we will punch in for 5. And I think the opponent loses 5 life then, right? Oh, no, we just gained that much life. But hey, now we're at +10. And we have Menace, so that is really nice. And we even have Get Lost available, so if they play another creature, doesn't matter how many creatures they play, they all come in tapped. Even though I'm pretty sure the opponent has a board wipe. That's the only reason why you do attack with everyone. So here comes a Day of Judgment. That is unfortunate. Ooh, Tragic Trajectory. Nice. Does he have another one? So no board wipe from the opponent. It's just another Bandit's talent. We have nothing to discard. Another Rest in Peace is not doing it. Any creatures you play, they come in tapped thanks to Authority. So I think we got the opponent. Phyrexian Arena for some card draw is really nice, and we still have 3 mana available. So yeah, we didn't hit them with the life drain, life gain combo, but I mean, Elenda, Saint of Dusk, we got her all the way up to... we had greater than 10 starting life totals. She got +5/+5 plus the additional +1/+1. So she was up to a 10/10 with Menace. And they did hit us with the Tragic Trajectory. Target creature for 1 mana gets -10/-10 as long as a permanent left the battlefield. So that was a really nice play from them. I really thought that they just had a board wipe. And I mean, here, Tragic Trajectory, I think I've said before, I feel a little bit bad that it's not instant speed. I think that would make it too good, especially with the -10/-10. But yeah, it being sorcery speed actually saved them because Saint Elenda doesn't have hexproof from sorcery spells. But anyways, we got there in the end. GG. I'm not sure the opponent's here. Okay, opponent is here. They do nothing on turn 1, so we can go ahead and surveil. I think we have enough removal right now. We need to look for some other cards. Even though we have no turn 3 play. We have no turn 3 play. We could go shoot the Sheriff right now. Opponent might be playing the Mighty deck with the Might and a bunch of pump spells. Some hasty creatures. But so far they're just mono green. Is he going to pump him up? Pump it up. We'll go ahead and shoot the Sheriff. I don't want to take another 3 damage. Opponent has a protection spell. That's fine. But at the same time, it's not really fine. So I guess we go with Godless Shrine. This Restoration Magic not doing anything for us either. I think normally they play some red lands, though. Oh, it's a Hydra? Alright, well, we're going to blow the board up this turn, so that's pretty nice. And I don't think they can really save themselves. I don't think they can give their creature indestructible with 1 green mana. But I'm not 100% sure. Do you have a 1 mana creature that you want to play? No. All right, so we do have the combo in our hand. Next turn we can go with Enduring Tenacity, and then we can get down the Bloodthirsty Conqueror, and we will just win. That is the game plan. Who knows if it will actually happen. He has a Chocobo and a land entering, and that is all from the opponent. So next turn we really need to draw a land. I think we missed maybe 1 or 2 land drops along the way. Ooh, Ouroborid is a nice draw. Can we please draw a land game? We really need a land. But even if we draw a land, we still don't have the win. Hey, we would have it the turn after that, though, with Restoration Magic, so... I think the opponent should attack, but they're not going to. We do hit the land drop, which is amazing. So we will go with Bloodthirsty Conqueror. We can say no attacks. We can use Enduring Tenacity to block. 2 cards in hand. One of them is a land, so he gets the landfall trigger. Please don't have a fight spell, because he would go to combat first, put the counters on his Chocobo, and then he could fight our Bloodthirsty Conqueror. We will definitely block with the Enduring Tenacity. Please don't have a fight spell, I'm begging you. We even have Restoration Magic, we just don't have any mana available. Dude, you have... This is insane if this guy has a fight spell. This guy really, really just had it like that. Well, you're empty-handed right now, so we'll go ahead and tell that creature to get lost. And, I mean, opponent is in top deck mode. We will get Saint Elenda down. Opponent with probably just a land. Another Enduring Tenacity. Okay, game. Alright, game. I see how it is. Now we do have Restoration Magic available. And yeah, opponent gives it up. Oh, guys, it is honestly so hard to pull off this combo. And I'm not going to lie, I've played quite a few games. In so many of the games, the opponents just have like this one, it's not even a tech card. They just have the answer that they need to the combo. It is a very telegraphed combo, so people know which creatures to remove and stuff, but yeah, anyways, GG. Hey there, neighbor, and welcome to the post-game wrap. Today, we looked at the Life Drain Gain Infinite combo, and we pulled it off in a few games, that's for sure, but honestly, everyone knows about this combo. It is a pretty fun combo. With the Bloodthirsty Conqueror, a really good card for 5 mana. You get a 5/5 flying with Death Touch, and whenever an opponent loses life, you gain that much life. Of course, you play that with the Enduring Tenacity for 4 mana. Whenever you gain life, the opponent loses that much life, so then you can get, yeah, this infinite combo that goes off. It's just honestly so hard to pull off this combo. Like I said, in just the last game we played, I was like, please don't have a fight spell. You're playing mono green, you don't have that much removal, and of course, they were able to get a creature, first of all, strong enough to fight with our 5/5, and then second of all, the last card in their hand was literally a fight spell as well. And there were a few other games as well where the opponents, they just seemed, it was one of those days where the opponents literally just seemed to find the answer. But with that being said as well, like, yeah, the combo is super, super telegraphed. When anyone sees the Enduring Tenacity, even when they see the Starscape Cleric, they might know that you're trying to pull that combo off. So yeah, opponents will just hold on to removal spells. And with that being said as well, you do need the Bloodthirsty Conqueror as the final combo piece, because of course you can do it with Enduring Tenacity for 4 mana. You can also do it with the Starscape Cleric for 2 mana. You just need this guy as well, and 5 mana. That is on the more expensive side, especially in Standard right now, when there's just honestly quite a few aggressive decks out there, and it's not just mono red anymore. Honestly, I have not seen a strictly mono red deck in a while, but the mono green landfall package is really popular. The Sephiroth Sacrifice is really popular. I've seen quite a bit of the Vivi Soul Cauldron deck. That one did just win a tournament, you know, the other weekend, so a lot of people are playing that one. So I know Standard isn't strictly, you know, over on turn 3, turn 4 anymore, and there are a few other decks out there as well, so it's not just mono red, but I still find that Standard is still pretty aggressive. They go pretty quickly, And yeah, the opponents just know what you're trying to do. With that being said, though, we do play a lot of really fun creatures. I really like Qarsi Revenant. I really like Phyrexian Arena for 3 mana. You get to draw an extra card at your upkeep, and you lose 1 life. It is from the Foundation set, so this card will be with us until, I believe, the end of 2029, so you can play this with this card for another 5 years, which is really nice. Honestly, same thing with the Bloodthirsty Conqueror. This one is also here for another 4 or 5 years as well. And same with Elenda, Saint of Dusk. For 4 mana, you get this legendary Vampire Knight that is a 4/4, and it has lifelink and protection from instants. I think we saw in one game the opponent, we got her up to a 10/10, and the opponent was able to move her with a 1 mana removal spell, the Void Edge, from the Edge of Eternity set, that if you void something, or if something leaves the battlefield, the creature gets -10/-10, and it is a sorcery speed card. So that was a real feels bad moment. But that was still a pretty fun game. And so yeah, the creature package, I do like it a lot. Even the Starscape Cleric's pretty nice as well. Enduring Tenacity, pretty good card as well. Just because these enchantment creatures from the Duskmourn set, and there's one for every color. The white one, the Enduring Innocence, I think it's called, is probably the most popular one, but all of them are pretty good because, first of all, they come down as a creature, and then if you do remove this card, you get it back as the enchantment. So you do have a little bit of redundancy and protection that way. With that being said, though, Restoration Magic, I think you guys could cut this card. I don't think it ever really saved us. In honestly any of the games I played, I can't remember anymore. Because, yeah, you're trying to play your stuff out on curve, whether that be with 4 mana to play Elenda, 3 mana to play the Revenant, or even 5 mana to play the Bloodthirsty Conqueror. And then, yeah, we just never seem to have 1 mana open to save our creature from any of the answers that the opponent has. And same with Virtue of Persistence. I really like this enchantment. It's just, yeah, with how honestly aggressive the meta is right now, I don't think you're ever really working your way up to 7 mana to play it out as the enchantment. Of course, the sorcery side is pretty nice. For 2 mana, a creature gets -3/-3, and you gain 2 life. That is pretty nice, but I think you could cut this card as well. So if you were to cut these 2 cards from the deck, you could probably make it a little bit better. And honestly, you might want to go up 2 more copies of Get Lost and maybe 2 more copies of Shoot the Sheriff, just for some more removal, just to keep all these creatures off the battlefield. And then I think you would have a pretty solid deck on your hands. But yeah, that was the infinite life drain, life gain combo. If you guys made it this far into the video, subscribing does help me out tremendously. Go ahead and leave a thumbs up and a comment down below if there are any decks that you would like me to play. But yeah, I've been yapping long enough. I'm going to end it like I always end it. I love you guys. Peace out.